Okay. Where do we get business owner contact information? Are there any software subscriptions available? Business owner contact information you can get from a variety of sources. You can subscribe to something like used to be Sales Genie, now it's Data Axel Genie, or Info USA, which I think also was acquired by Data Axel. One of the best resources you can use, not the best resources, but the least expensive resource you can use is your public library. Because if you have, you can get an online account with your local public library, and they have access to databases. Some of them have access to Data Axel Genie, or Data Axel, which is like 40 million businesses. And so you can do searches. So you can search by SIC code or NAICS code, or if you want, and you can search by geographical areas. So literally you could go in, let's say you wanted air conditioning companies in Nebraska. Well, Nebraska is probably not good. Let's say Arizona. Arizona would have quite a need for air conditioning. So we'll say air conditioning companies, whatever the SIC code is for that, or the NAICS code is for that, for HVAC. In Arizona, I think you can break it down to certain area codes by phone number, or you can break it down by zip code. You can get pretty granular. And then you can also say, I want the business should be in business for more than 10 years, or whatever other criteria you have. You might only want to do business or only want a list of businesses that do 2 million and more in revenue, or have 10 or more employees. So the one thing you need to know and understand is if there's 40 million or 80 million businesses or whatever, they're not calling these and keeping these up to date. So the owners, they do have owner's name, address, telephone number, but some of it is not going to be accurate because either the business may have been sold already, maybe out of business, but it's a good starting place. And even if you pull down a list of 2,000 and 75% of them are good, then that gives you a lot of potential leads. And free is good. If you can get it from the public library, then if you're starting out, that's a great place to go. Now, if you've been around for a while, if you want to spend money on it, you can go into, there's something called Zoom Info that I think runs about $15,000 a year. There are, other subscription-based things that you can, resources. So it just depends on how much money you want to spend. But they're definitely out there.